So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules to attend today's presentation, Adopting an eBench, the Kitsap County Approach. My name is Lisa Goldsworthy. I'm a project manager with Mentis Technology. I was the lead project manager for the implementation of aiSmartBench in Kitsap County. I will make my contact information available to you towards the end of this presentation, and you're certainly invited to contact me for a deeper demonstration of our aiSmartBench product or for more information about Mentis Technology. So my task today is to provide you with a brief overview of the company, Mentis Technology Solutions, our judicial solution, aiSmartBench, and provide you with a sneak peek into some of the key components of aiSmartBench that separate us from the other solutions that are on the market today. Following my portion of today's webinar, I will pass the presentation to Kitsap County Superior Court Clerk Dave Peterson, who will provide details on how and why Kitsap implemented aiSmartBench, and a member of his team, Amanda Hamilton, will provide you with an overview of their specific aiSmartBench environment. So my objectives, they are to provide you with the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who is Mentis Technology? What is aiSmartBench? When did aiSmartBench evolve? Where is it implemented? Why do I need it? And how does it work? Mentis Technology Solutions was founded in the year 2000. We are recognized as an industry leader specializing in data extraction, indexing, and redaction. Using our very intimate knowledge of document images and quick information extraction, we brought aiSmartBench to the courtroom. It is built on a powerful technology platform designed to automate cumbersome paper processes that are endemic to the court and clerk practices. This means effectively serving up vital case documents for quick decision making and accurately capturing the rulings and adjudications from the judge's bench without slowing down the proceedings of the day's docket. What is aiSmartBench exactly? It is an electronic bench that's designed first and foremost with the judge in mind. It is an electronic bench, it connects to your specific case management and document management systems. This is an important differentiator between aiSmartBench and other solutions. We are agnostic. The implementation of aiSmartBench is not dependent upon the source systems that are used by the clerk. It is an electronic bench solution optimized for high speed and the one-click demands of the dynamic courtroom. It is configurable, it is easy to learn, and it's very easy to use. aiSmartBench executes fast, full-text searches. This is another very important differentiator between aiSmartBench and other solutions that are available. And it is a web-enabled application allowing anywhere access. So judges are no longer tied to the courtroom or to their chambers to access their dockets or case data and associated case documents. So where did all this begin? It was in the year 2010 when Mentis was contacted by the Chief Judge of the 12th Judicial Circuit in Florida and the Manatee County Clerk of the Circuit Court. They were in need of an in-courtroom solution, and they turned to Mentis Technology to help translate their vision into a powerful in-courtroom product. Mentis Technology actually sent software developers down to sit with the judges in the 12th Judicial Circuit, and they did so for weeks to learn how and understand what the judges did and how they moved through the case and the paper file. As a result of our collaboration with the 12th Judicial Circuit, aiSmartBench was developed and it was deployed to them in October of 2011. Since the deployment in 2011, Mentis has really developed a proven track record. aiSmartBench is now integrated to over 17 case management systems. This includes Washington State's SCOMAS, which is currently used in Kitsap, as well as Tyler Technologies' Odyssey system, which we know has been selected for statewide deployment in Washington. This simply means that whether you're using SCOMAS or whether you're already using Odyssey, Mentis is ready when you are to deploy aiSmartBench. We have successfully implemented aiSmartBench in over 120 circuit, district, superior, and county courts. Later this summer, we will add a municipal court to that list, and we are in the 7th largest county of Dade County, Florida. So perhaps you're asking yourself, why do I need an electronic bench? The clerk has a system. That is true, and the clerk system uses a case management system which is really specifically designed for their activities. It's designed for fast data entry. However, it is restricted to single case views and is typically siloed by the workers. aiSmartBench is designed specifically for the court, and it delivers what the judge needs most, and that is fast data retrieval, the ability to view multiple cases at a time, and the ability to work collaboratively with support staff, such as a judicial aide or courtroom clerk, or perhaps a law clerk. Early on, Mentis was given a mandate that an electronic bench had to be faster than traditional paper. In the courtroom, aiSmartBench adapts to the way each judge runs his or her courtroom. It scales to all court divisions and all case types. It provides quick access to vital case information. It links to outside research data such as the state statutes or even to LexisNexis or Westlaw perhaps. It facilitates in-court electronic signing as well as e-filing. It's easy to learn and it is easy to use. Outside of the courtroom, aiSmartBench provides secure anytime access from chambers, from home, or on the road. It monitors and manages caseloads proactively. aiSmartBench can be synchronized to update vital case and document information in as frequently as 15-minute increments, giving the judge the most current information available. It also supports securely managing notes and annotations on both a document or on the case. aiSmartBench streamlines work for both judges and clerks. It eliminates the need to retrieve, prepare, and deliver paper files for court proceedings. It supports paper on demand and keeps pace with in-court processes. It enables real-time creation of orders and e-filing, reducing time spent in after-court processes. It reduces time and effort in the courtroom to prepare critical case documentation, and perhaps most importantly, it leverages your current case management system investment. Mentis also knew that in order for an electronic bench to be adopted, it had to have a very low impact on the already overburdened IT department. So for the IT professional, aiSmartBench integrates to any CMS or DMS without requiring changes on the back end. It requires minimum maintenance that can be absorbed by current staff. There's no need to add staff to support this application, and it's easily configurable by the user. So what are some of the differences between aiSmartBench and other solutions that are in the marketplace? aiSmartBench offers real-time access to documents. Other solutions offer only nightly downloads. aiSmartBench offers anywhere access. Other solutions are very device dependent for document viewing. We offer robust annotation features, including supporting 3 levels of security. Others in the market offer only 2 levels. aiSmartBench offers the ability to retain notes within the system until they're actually deleted by the user. Other solutions have a hard-coded expiration date, automatically deleting notes on a specific timeline. Other important differences, aiSmartBench offers multiple searching options. Others offer only document title searches. We also offer shortcuts by document types, and we'll show that to you here in a moment, but we have shortcuts that will get the judge very quickly to perhaps all motions or all minutes perhaps all the orders. Very quickly the judge can find what they need. aiSmartBench offers full text searching across all documents in a case or across cases. Other solutions offer only the ability to search within a single document. aiSmartBench offers the ability to display multiple documents for side-by-side type comparisons. Others offer only viewing one document at a time. And then lastly, aiSmartBench supports the management of non-case documents such as briefs or notes or exhibits, where other solutions that are in the marketplace can only manage documents that are docketed to the case. So let's go ahead and jump into our system. aiSmartBench is a user ID and password-driven application. I'm currently signed on in this demo environment as Judge John Hancock. Your first look is what we fondly call our dashboard. It's the user's entry into all things aiSmartBench, and it's your jumping off point. You'll see that there's a long list of activities on the left-hand side of my dashboard. We're really not going to dive too deeply into any of those activities today. I want to give Kitsap ample opportunity to show their specific environment. But from the panel on the left, we could enter the courtroom, we could view our calendar, or we could view a case that perhaps is not on our docket for the day. A feature that we have in this version, which is we fondly call 9.3, is the ability to preview our cases themselves. I can click on this little magnifying glass that I have here, and I will get a quick summary of the case itself, and I can move through the different cases, which I happen to have 17 cases on my docket for today, just by clicking this down arrow, and I can move through each one of my cases, seeing the pertinent information. When was the case filed? What is its status? Who are the parties? Even the charges that are there. My group docket, I can manipulate to satisfy how I want to call my docket. You can see that on our group docket, we have the time of the hearing, the description of the hearing, the case number itself, other very important information such as the party details or the attorney on the case. I can reorder any one of these just simply by clicking on the column heading. For instance, if I wanted to sort my docket by the second party attorney, I could do so, and perhaps I would call all of the cases for a particular attorney, perhaps making the most use of my courtroom time and getting individuals in and out of my courtroom as quickly as possible. aiSmartBench is a touchscreen enabled application, so if I have the benefit of using a touchscreen, I certainly may just use my finger tap to open a case. Alternatively, I can continue to use my mouse. It's a single click on this little icon that we have here. I call this a paper icon, or it's a double click anywhere on the line itself. I'm going to go ahead and just get a case open here. Let's go ahead and open up this Carol Freed case that I have. I'll just one click on this little icon and my case opens. What I have immediately is that case summary giving me the high level information about the case. When was it filed? What is the status? Who is the judge? I have case type information, I have parties, charges, and at the very bottom there you can see that I have some events listed there. These would be the times when this case came before the court. This case summary is configurable by client, so we can configure this based on the data that is available in your case management system and of course to the data that you would want to have displayed. I have some hyperlinks here which are indicated by the light blue and the underlines, so you probably are familiar. Hyperlinks give you more information or take you elsewhere in the application where you find more information. If I click on the word details that's next to defendant, I can see that for this particular environment, the clerk has captured an address, a date of birth, a social security number, and even a driver's license number. This system is a read-only system. The information that is displayed is entirely dependent upon the information that's been captured in the CMS. I can click on the party name and conduct I can conduct an explore case party search, which simply explores the database and returns any cases that match that name on that last case that I was just in. You can see that I clicked on that and the results are 2 different cases. If I just click on that case number, I get a snapshot of the case, and I can open that case just by clicking on the hyperlink of the case number itself. So you can imagine how helpful this might be if you have someone that frequents your courtroom. You would be able to see all the cases that are on file there in your specific environment. To the left of my case summary is our case docket view. This gives us the information that has been captured, all the documents. I'm going to click over, we have these little shortcut tabs that we have here to help the judge get to where they need to go. I have information for today, and these are documents that I have flagged in advance of hearing the case. These are items I want to see as soon as the case is open and ready to be heard. I can go to my All tab and see that I have 12 different items in this case itself, and I can click on any one of those if I needed or wanted to. If I wanted just to quickly get to the orders in the case, I would just click on this shortcut that we have to get to the orders in the case. Under my For Today, as I indicated, there are 3 documents that have been flagged, and in the aiSmartBench environment, documents that are flagged will automatically open for us. So the additional tabs that are above my case summary, you can see I have arrest warrant filed, I have my first appearance record, and I also have a probable cause that has been opened up automatically for me, saving more time. That's what it's all about, is getting the judge quickly to the information that they need. So I've just clicked on this arrest warrant document. It's a 2-page document, and there's many things that I can do with it, but what I'd like to share with you today is our full text searching capability that we have in SmartBench. And I can search specifically within the document, or I can search the entire case. My first little demonstration will be to search for a particular word using my find feature, and that's indicated by this little set of binoculars that I have here. If I click on that, it gives me a search box where it says find here. I'm going to type in the word, I'm going to type in the word Florida. If I could spell Florida, I apologize. Okay, so, and I still didn't do it right. There we go. All right, so I typed in the word Florida, and in this 2-page document, it appears 14 times, and I know that because it gives me my search results right here. It also gives me a visual, so it's indicating, okay, here's the first instance where the word Florida appears in this document, and if I wanted to move through, I could just say, well, show me where the next one is by clicking the word next, and I can move through this document, and it will take me everywhere the word Florida is appearing. Now, I can use a searching of the entire case, and I do that by using the search bar here at the top, and I'm just going to type in, hopefully I'll spell the word urinalysis correctly, and of course I did not. All right, so I've typed in urinalysis, and again I hope I've spelled it right, and I'm going to click search. And it's going to search those 12 items that we saw in the All tab there, and it's going to return our results, and it tells us that it has found the word urinalysis in 2 of the documents. One of them is the first appearance record, and the other one is this supervised release agreement. If I just click on the little icon here of the document, it will open up that document, and it's going to provide me a visual. You can see this little pink box, if you will, that's indicating somewhere within this location is the word that I've searched on. So you might see how easy and nice this would be to be able to find information very, very quickly that might be buried in some of these longer documents. I mentioned in the PowerPoint presentation that one of the features that we have that many of the other solutions on the marketplace do not have is the ability to compare 3 documents sort of in a side-by-side view. So I'm just going to have my 3 documents open, and I'm going to close my case summary here. And I'm going to see if I can get over here. So I'm just going to select the ability to tile my screen, and very quickly it will tile my documents for me. So I could then very quickly compare. Perhaps it would be of interest and helpful to compare maybe separate orders or motions that have been made to the case as time goes on. So others in the marketplace do not offer this ability to tile these types of records. One of the other things that we can do, I'm sorry, I'm going to close this for just a moment and reopen the case. The other thing that we have with our aiSmartBench application is the ability to build orders, motions, judgments, other documents using the power within the aiSmartBench application. So I have this Carol Freed case open, and I'm going to create this order granting or denying a motion simply by double-clicking on this template that's available in our library of templates. And we are able to automatically pull in very pertinent information. So I'm pulling in my case number automatically, my defendant name. I have the granting or denying. I have the ability to change that. We by default just simply have set this to denying. You could by default set it to granting if you wanted. But I can change my choice through these options that I have here with our drop downs. I have the ability to select a specific date. For instance, if I needed to set or say that the hearing date was held on the 2nd of May, I can do so. And when I'm happy with the content here, I can click OK, and it's going to apply all the information that you see on the left to the document that you see in our center viewer there. And it will create a very nice, clean document. This helps with saving keystrokes and keystroke errors. It takes away some of that ugly handwriting that we often see in the documents that are presented to the court. And from here, I can do a number of things. I can take this document. Perhaps I am a law clerk supporting Judge Hancock, and I need to prepare this for the judge. I can now send this to the judge through a folder process that we have in aiSmartBench just by selecting send. You can see there's several options. I can email it, I can send it to a folder, etc. So if I select folder, then I would select the appropriate document, or excuse me, appropriate folder that I want to send the document to. But I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to just demonstrate for you the electronic signing capability that we have within aiSmartBench. Just by clicking the word sign, the system will apply Judge John Hancock's electronic signature. You'll see that here. You'll also see that there's a bit of a watermark that's splashed over top of the judge's signature. That is configurable. Some of our organizations like having that watermark on there. It's an extra level of security that they feel, and others do not want to have the signature obstructed. But either way, what we have is we have information saying that this was signed by John Hancock. Remember, I'm signed on as the judge on this date at this time, and then there's an encrypted code there locking down the document, and we cannot make any changes to a document once an electronic signature has actually been applied. So I was going to show you, I believe, one more item, and then I'm going to turn this over to Kitsap. And essentially, we have the ability for the judge to review proposed orders. So we have, in a number of areas, we have organizations that are receiving proposed orders via email, and those proposed orders are being loaded into folders within the aiSmartBench application. And so, for instance, I have this document, suggestion of incompetency, and I as a judge can review this. I can decide if I want to sign it or not, etc. If I wanted to sign it and there is no, actually I do have an electronic signature item here, so I can go ahead and sign this and apply my signature just as I did on the template build just a few moments ago. So it's very easy to use, as I said, very intuitive actually when it comes to learning it. But what I'd like to do right now is, as I would like to, first of all, I'm going to bring Amanda and Mr. Peterson up online. Be just 1 second, please. I'm sorry. All right, Dave, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, you are on.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Dave Peterson, and I've served as the Kitsap County Clerk for almost 15 years. So thank you for joining our webinar and giving us a chance to tell you about Kitsap County's eBench solution. In Kitsap County, we have 9 judicial officers and a population of about 255,000 people. We have scanned in and kept all of our court case files since 2000, when we first started with Liberty, and then we changed to a Stellan Oracle product that we are still using today. We've also back scanned many years of paper files before we started the daily scanning in the year 2000. However, all that time we've still kept paper case files, and they were used by the Superior Court, attorneys, and the public. So over 3 years ago, I decided it was time to bring both the Clerk's Office and Superior Court into the 21st century by utilizing electronic court files throughout the Clerk's Office and all of Superior Court. To make use of our 20-plus years, actually we have more than that, of scanned electronic court files, and to realize cost savings and add technology for the bench gracefully. It was time to eliminate the yearly cost. We create about 9,000 new paper case files a year, and just the price of getting the cover saves us about $10,000 a year. And we also wanted to eliminate the yearly staff time needed to create those 9,000 new paper case files, as well as the staff time to keep updating all of the existing paper files. And another big item for us, as well as many other places, to eliminate the yearly need for more and more paper file storage space. It was time to eliminate staff time needed to pull, update, and refile active paper files, and to eliminate the staff time needed to pull all paper files for daily court calendars, transport paper files to and from off-site courts. We have 2 of those, juvenile facility and mentals, and then refile them at the end of each day to be ready for the next day. And also to eliminate the impossible task of trying to have the same paper file, because we only have one, in more than one place at the same time. And that works very well now with when they're all in electronic form, and they're being used by the judges in electronic form. So we had some challenges. Our challenges were that we had 9 judicial officers accustomed to paper files. That was their comfort zone. We also have a fixed number of clerk's office staff with little chance to add more staff because of budgetary reasons. So a challenge was how to get buy-in from the Superior Court and the judges to give up paper and access court files electronically on the bench and in the chambers. How to get buy-in from the Administrative Office of the Courts, AOC, to export Kitsap's own data back to us, and to find a solution that is agnostic and works with all existing systems, and that would later work with Odyssey, which we will be getting later, and to make that transition without an additional cost after we did the initial one. Some more challenges: there were no computers on the bench and only notebook computers in chambers. We had to integrate SCOMAS, our document management system, and the program that the Superior Court uses called Center Court for calendaring at both the Superior Court at the main office and at the juvenile court facility with a software product that judges would use. There's no sense adopting something that the judges would not use, so that was the key point. We needed to have one field in SCOMAS, because there's only one field in SCOMAS. It's called the Document Secondary Text Field, which triggers which judge, calendar, time, and case to populate in SmartBench. We also had unique assignment and calendar issues, such as ex parte by mail, off-site hearings, last-minute assignment changes, those types of things, and the challenge of funding, which is always the case no matter what we try to do in the court system and in the clerk's office. And that was a funding to make this an eBench solution a reality. So some of our solutions. One is, I promised the judges that any solution would be as fast or faster as using paper, that would have added features and have more access to litigant information. I also gave Superior Court over 2 years notice that we were going to go paperless. At the time, I'm not sure they all thought we were serious about that, but we did put them on notice. We remind them from time to time, and we actually did it. I also promised Superior Court that the county clerk would find the money to fund the whole project. And this is the part that the judges liked best, was that they did not have to take any money out of their budget, that I'd find the money. Now, aiSmartBench by Mentis Technology Solutions met the agnostic and response time requirements. aiSmartBench, when we went to court technology conferences and things like that, we heard about a couple of different programs, and Allison Sontag, the Chief Deputy, noticed that. So did Frank Mayoko, our Superior Court Administrator, and they kind of brought back the idea of this from a couple of conferences. And so aiSmartBench by Mentis is one of the programs that we looked at, and they had the ability to be very adaptable. And so then what we did is we demonstrated aiSmartBench to the Superior Court staff and the judges, and they liked the software solution, which was a key to success. So after 18 months of indecision on the part of AOC to whether they were going to release the information or not, they all of a sudden did an about face, and they made a 100% commitment to the project, which we really enjoyed. And the solution was they created 2 boxy report extracts to run nightly that actually populate aiSmartBench with all the needed SCOMAS data. And the reason I put that in red is Charlene Allen and her staff at AOC have been outstanding in providing access and troubleshooting problems at AOC's end. AOC assigned them to help us, and they were very quick to accept the challenge, and they did an excellent job. We also provided all courtrooms with computers, because they never had computers on the bench. Our clerks had computers, but not the judges. All courtrooms computers, and we also gave them all 27-inch touchscreen monitors to use. A couple of them decided they did not want a 27-inch, so we substituted 23-inch ones. It depended on the size of the courtroom and the choice of the judge. We also provided all chambers, Superior Court staff, and most of the clerk's office staff with 23-inch touchscreen monitors in order to use the program. It's not required that you have touchscreen monitors, but just made it a little bit nicer. We often find that the touchscreen is not used as much as we thought it would be, but it's still used by some people. And then we used, how did we get the funds? We used some end-of-year funds from the clerk's office that we'd saved back. We got some information services, had some funds that they contributed. We used some money from cost savings in our budget, and then we got a 3-year payback loan that's information services provided to help fund the project. So our results. The use of aiSmartBench as a solution enabled us to meet all of our original goals. The county clerk found the money and the resources to complete the project. All 9 judicial officers are using aiSmartBench on the bench and in chambers as we speak. Well, it's lunchtime, but they may be in chambers doing that. The clerk's office is not updating or creating any new paper case files starting January 1st, 2016. You come into our office, you cannot get a paper file that has any date of 2016 on it. And then we are only bulk storing by day and case type the new filings and stuff that come in. There are, as I said, no 2016 paper case files except for dependencies for the time being, because dependencies often require you to have maybe 4 or 5 or 6 files open at the same time, and we're working with the new commissioner on how we can pull this off so we can use aiSmartBench for that. But for the time being, we're still allowing paper files. That's really only a couple hundred a year compared to the 10,000 that we had before. While paper still comes across our counter and is scanned into our document management system as before, staff no longer create, pull, update, file, or refile, or have to go looking for missing or misfiled paper case files. And finally, I just wanted to say a few words about Mentis Technologies as a solution partner. Before I got this job, before I was county clerk, I was a central office school administrator in charge of libraries, technologies, and educational software installations. And I've worked with a lot of software companies for more than 25 years. And Mentis Technology Solution is by far the best company I've ever worked with when it comes to software. From the outset, they made our project seem like the company's #1 project, even though they had many other projects nationwide, as they've shown you earlier in the different installations they have across the U.S. Any of our problems instantly became their problems, whether that, no matter what time of the day of the week, time of the year, even including holidays. They chased every problem to a solution or a workaround. They took on the task of integrating an almost 40-year-old SCOMAS legacy program and 3 other one-of-a-kind programs with aiSmartBench, and they were successful and we were successful. Their attention to detail, truly listening to our needs, training and responding to our needs was and still is outstanding, and we appreciate it very much. They've been a great company to work with. Now I'd like to turn it over to Amanda Hamilton, who is our court operations supervisor. Works with this every day, and she'll give you a little walkthrough of how we use it in Kitsap County.
Okay, Amanda, you're now presenter.
Good afternoon. We are looking at Kitsap's current environment in today's docket. And when each judge signs on to SmartBench, it automatically loads their calendars for the day. And you can see here Judge Forbes has a 3-defendant, 12-person jury trial going on right now. Here. Also, the benefit is you can not only they can see their own docket, but also drop down and see any other judge's docket for the day. Or as a clerk, we can see all users, and there's different ways to configure the dashboard, but we can configure it to judge, and we can see all judges and all of the calendars that are happening for the day. This is also beneficial to the front counter staff. Litigants come in over the counter rather than having to use the case management system to look up a name, look up a case number, find the case number, and find the image. We can go right to the calendar and look up their information. Another benefit is the judge can access any record at any time. Previously, we would have to pull the files, bring them down ahead of time for them to look at days in advance. They'd have them on the bench, and then we'd have to take them back. If there were any pleadings that came in during the week for the hearing, we would have to take the individual, scan them, walk them down to the Superior Court Administrative Office, find the file, and file it. So this is all alleviated with the instant electronic updates. How it's used on the bench is one of the benefits is the clerk and the judge are now viewing the same record at the same time. There's no, the judge would have the paper file and the clerk would have to access SCOMAS, and helping find any service documents or anything like that is now alleviated because we can be looking at the same thing at the same time and be on the same page. And then also having all the judges' daily assignments, they can look ahead. Clerks can look ahead and aid in the preparation for preparing for trial, knowing what's coming down, what exhibits maybe need to mark, stipulations, and all the parties involved. In addition to judges' calendars, we have some unique calendars on issues that we had to address, like the ex parte calendar. These are walk-in calendars. They're not calendared ahead of time. Both pro se and attorneys utilize this, and so we had to figure out a way to make it accessible. Some days there are multiple ex parte courtrooms, and we would have to have people commit to which courtroom they were going to go to. But now we can load the cases electronically, and all judicial officers have access to all the calendars at the same time. Rather than checking out a file to an attorney to walk down to the courtroom, they just come in, give us the case number, we load it, and it's easily accessible to everybody. Here's an example of our 2 ex parte case times that are heard at 8:30 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon. And you can see the cases are preloaded in there ahead of time, and we can also make any notations that are required. Another challenge that we had to address was our ex parte by mail, which attorneys use to send proposed orders, agreed matters through the mail for a fee. And previously, we pulled the hard files, attached proposed orders, stick them on a table over to Superior Court, and the judges would have to stand at the table as they had time and review those. Now we preload them into SmartBench. They can just go to the ex parte judge calendar, access these cases from the comfort of their chambers, and come go back to it, leave it, and address the ex parte matters as they have time in their own chambers. Another challenge we had was our mental health hearings, which are heard off-site in another city. Before, we would have to load a briefcase full of the court files, and a court clerk would have to take them the night before, which posed security issues. So now we just preload those cases ahead of time into SmartBench, and we have Wi-Fi access in the courtroom out of the mental hospital. We just fire up the laptop in the morning, and the judge has access right away. Another nice feature of SmartBench is when there's a last-minute add-on, such as a revocation or something that we didn't have a file for, we can now just go ahead and go up to the top and add that, have access to any case file that we have, and load it into the calendar instantly for the judge to see. So that's another benefit. We've developed a calendar for pro tem or visiting judges. We just load their calendar in there for them. They don't have to see anything else, any other judges' calendars. And we've had a couple visiting judges since the implementation, and they've reported that it's very intuitive and easy to use, and nobody's needed any help with it at all, and it's been very straightforward. So. How it's used in chambers, it's nice to look ahead. A lot of our calendars are rotating. So I'm going to go ahead and go out to Friday here, where Judge Hemstreet has been assigned the probate calendar for this Friday. So previously, again, we would pull files usually on Wednesday by the time we got everything together, but now we can load it as early as they like, and she can review anytime she has chambers time or downtime. She can go in and view those case files and make notes and flag documents and get prepared for the Friday calendar, and she's looked at it ahead of time, so she knows exactly what she's going to have in front of her. It also enables off-site preparation. So Judge Howard will be going out to juvenile in the afternoon. Previously, judges didn't exactly know what kind of cases they would have or have access to the files until they arrived on site, and now they can see all their truancy contempt and reviews and other administrative reviews and access those files if they need to ahead of their arrival. So it saves a lot of time. Some things that we like about SmartBench and the judges do as well. I'm going to go back to today's docket. Is the case history. So if we pull up a case file here, they have access to all the parties, and there's a link there that Lisa went over that shows the defendant and all of their other case access, any other cases that they have, whether it be other criminal, domestic violence, or any other kind of case. And then it also shows all the criminal, all the events over on the right-hand side. You can see that we use this case category section quite a bit. We can customize entries, or we can have them entered into a system we can choose from. And then this kind of just lets the judge know really quickly if we have anything, what type of hearing it is, or that they've entered drug court and maybe he doesn't need to hear it. If there's an interpreter required, we can put that there, and then we can organize them by interpreter and hear those matters first. Went over the tabs a little bit. These are all customizable, and the judges like to use these a lot. A popular one is the court minutes, so they can quickly see any hearings and what happened, and have access to the clerk's minutes as to what happened. Orders, they just want to see the orders, just financials for like support modification hearings, and we can put any type of document in any tab that we like, and so we've been adding to that, and the judges really find that helpful. And then, as you can see, Judge Hauser marked off cases when he's done with them, and that helps him keep it organized, and he can hide when they're complete, and then he knows all he has left. It looks like he's finished with the morning, and all he has left is due this afternoon. So there's a lot of tools that they can use to customize their courtroom experience. And then for family law cases, I'm going to go to Friday, which is our big family law day. And some of the so we can also put when other judges have conflicts over here, and it's helpful for them to see at a glance. The case summary is helpful over here rather than ask parties if they have a settlement conference set. They can see if the settlement conference is set or if the trial set, what the date is, and that's it really speeds up communication in the courtroom, I've noticed. And also, again, the links, if other parties, they have a DV or maybe they allude to CPS involvement, you can click on the link right away and see if there's a dependency, an active dependency or anything involved with the litigant. They can flag documents, look at ahead of time, have case notes. Down here, we'll talk about if you can add specific notes for the judge can do it, the clerk can do it, or cases are pre-assigned. We put that down there so people can see right away that they're pre-assigned. There's templates that the judges have been using. The popular one is a bench order, especially when they have two pro se parties right in front of them. They can customize an order regarding visitation for the upcoming weekend just to get them tied over until some further orders can be done. It's real quick. They just kind of type it in here as is showed, and then we have them SmartBench hooked up to the printers in the courtroom, and they can just edit it, print it out, and parties can leave with a copy of the order in their hands. So it's really, really helpful. And then also we have glances down here, which are also customizable. There's access right away to any kind of web-based or they can put like docket clerks can have the court forms in here, forms and codes that can be actually used in the courtroom, especially with the new plain language forms that we might be going on to get updated forms quite a bit, so I can see us using that even more. So any links, any case-wide searches, they can use that right away. So that's a quick overview of how Kitsap uses aiSmartBench every day, and so I'll turn it back to Lisa for any questions.
All right, very good. Dave and Amanda, thank you very much for sharing your experience with aiSmartBench and the environment itself. We did have a couple of questions come in. The first question was whether or not aiSmartBench will integrate with the on-base document management system, and the answer is yes. We have a number of clients across the United States that utilize on-base, so that is a definite yes from us. The second question that came in is, how are the calendars prepared? Does the information come from SCOMAS? And there's in Kitsap County, there are a number of ways in which the calendar is populated. The first of which is through center court calendaring, where aiSmartBench judges' calendars are populated in that fashion through center court, and that's used typically by the court administration staff to schedule trials and superior courts, cases and hearings, juvenile hearings as well. Updates to the center court application can update aiSmartBench throughout the business day with changes, and they can be reflected as frequently as every 15 minutes. aiSmartBench will update. They'll cancel anything that's been canceled, rescheduled, or resolved, as an example. And then also, I'm sorry. The calendar synchronization. So another question is, on a nightly basis, we will update the calendar itself. So we synchronize the Kitsap County aiSmartBench calendar by looking backwards for 1 month, and then we look forward for 12 months. So that gives your judges the opportunity to look in advance as to what cases might be coming on their docket, and they can access those cases and begin preparing. For instance, if they have a trial or something like that coming along, they would be able to access their dockets in advance. Now, another way in which the calendar is updated in Kitsap is also using SCOMAS data. And this was a unique and interesting process. It's a combined effort of the data that comes from the BOXI reports that are generated through the state's AOC. That comes to us in one of the extract files. And then Kitsap will also put together what we call a supplemental text files. And this is primarily because of how their judges are assigned. Frequently, the judges are not assigned more than a few days in advance. And Amanda, would you like to just speak to that just a little bit?
So the departmental codes and the specific calendar codes, and then calendars like anything scheduled, not special set or not trial. So any calendar scheduled through SCOMAS, where we use that two-letter code on the secondary screen to code the matter, is what is generating the BOXI report that aiSmartBench will pick up. And then every day we, and throughout the day, we can update that file to add calendars at any time for the future. So like on Monday, I can run the Friday calendar at any point in advance.
Yes, so just to follow up just on that last comment is that while we typically update calendars on a nightly basis, we do accommodate changes that come about to the calendar throughout the day. As I said, on every 15 minutes or so, we are synchronizing the data to refresh any new data, such as calendared events or any new documents that have been receipted in to a case file. We make them available to the judge that quickly. All right, I don't see any more questions coming in, so I would like to say thank you to everyone who took out time from their very busy schedule to listen and to hear about aiSmartBench and the Kitsap County experience specifically. I want to invite you to reach out to me if you'd like to have any more information. If you'd like to receive a more detailed demonstration, we would be more than happy to accommodate that. Or if you'd like to receive a copy of today's presentation. So my contact information is on the screen, and I again want to say thank you very much, and I certainly look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day.